Concept that could help you make your way to the top is a career selfie. Have you taken one yet? Current contributor Quednau sat down with author Dr. Tracey Wilen to learn what exactly that is.
Good morning, Dr. Wilen. How are you today?
Very good. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So you sent to me that we take about 95 million selfies a day and take out our smart device about 1 million times a day. But you say it's time to upgrade that selfie. What do you kind of mean by upgrading our selfie?
You know, I think that people take so many selfies, are so self-focused, so that we should take some of that time and focus on our career. And so I wrote a blog called Career Selfie. Is it a time to take a look at ourselves?
Yeah, explain. What's a career selfie?
So a career selfie, you know, is that becoming more relevant in a digital world. The world has changed of work. Many of us may not have realized that technology is here and changing the way we work, the way we conduct our work, the way we search for work, and the way that we collaborate at work. And I thought it was important to bring that to people's attention.
And how can we do that? How can we kind of upgrade our selfies? How can we kind of take a look and take that career selfie? What do we have to start with?
Well, I came up with 10 trends that people may not be aware of in the digital world. So the first one is just the shift of a loyal employee to an entrepreneurial employee. Today, you know, firms and organizations are looking for people not to just show up at work, but actually to contribute to sales, contribute to process, contribute to teams. And I think that's a shift from in the past, and I think it's important that people know that. Contribution is key.
And you talk about not being an A player anymore. You want to be a T person. What does that mean?
That's right. T player stands for transdisciplinarity, and simply put, it's a generalist and a specialist who also understands technology. The world is so complex today that we actually need people that we can groom to be leaders. So they need to be generalists, understand the business, specialists, understand the facets of business, but also technical enough to make the right choices in the technology for the firm.
I find this next one is probably very important. You know, many of us head to work. We want to try and make ourselves look good, but you say you want to make your manager look good. What do you mean by that?
Well, it shifted from the way people used to make their managers look good to their bosses meant that that's how they got promoted. But what I suggest today is actually make your employee brand look good, because then your firm will look good. So, for example, when you go into a hotel, the first person you meet is not the general manager. The first person you meet is probably the bellboy or the front desk or the food server. Your impression of that employee sets the tone for how you view that firm. And executives today are realizing that it isn't about making your manager look good anymore. It's actually making sure that the employees represent the firm with a positive brand so that the company does look good.
Yeah, and that kind of, I feel, leads into your next one. It isn't about the all-star individual. It's really about being an all-star team leader. How can you become that great team leader?
That's right. That's about soft skills today. We need to build teams. In fact, there's been a lot of studies showing that teams are more productive than the individual contributor. So team skills, communication skills, positive attitude are things that employers are looking for in the workforce today.
What else can we look at? Your next point here is the firm is not your family, it's your team. A lot of people may have a hard time with that because you're with those people all the time. How can you kind of go forward with that one?
Well, you know what? You know, the average adult actually changes jobs today every 4 years, 4 months.
Wow.
So it's impossible to think of your company anymore as your longtime family like we used to. One firm, they would take care of us. We'd have friends, probably find our spouses there, and do a lot of socializing together. But today, it's more of a team agreement. I'm working for the firm, making contributions. In exchange, the firm is giving me a livelihood and opportunities, skills, and experience. And so I think people need to start to see that it's a two-way partnership rather than you're joining a family.
Number 6 is tap on the shoulder is over. What does that mean?
That's right. Longevity at a firm doesn't mean promotion anymore. In fact, a lot of people express to me they don't understand why the younger person is getting the promotion or the new person is getting the promotion. And the reality is it's because they're contributing, because they're raising their hand for opportunities inside the firms. So just because you've been at a firm a long time, it doesn't mean that you're viable for promotion. So I think people need to realize it's all about what you contribute and taking risks at the firm and continually contributing to the livelihood of the firm.
And the next one, culture can kill you.
That's right. You know, I remember the days when you could work for one firm, it was almost like vanilla, and you could move to any firm because they were pretty much the same. And today, the firms are drastically different. The culture of a firm really refers to the personality of the firm, the way that the firm gets things done, and it can vary quite a bit. Some firms may be very creative or brainstorming, team-oriented, and other ones might be very process-oriented or very hierarchical. So it's important as an individual that we screen the firms that we work for as well as they screen us so that we fit, and we won't, because obviously we want to stay in the firm for a long time. So culture, if it's the wrong fit, can really kill you.
Yeah, I think that's very important, making sure that you'll fit in as well. Number 8 is finding your passion is replaced by personal exploration.
You know, I think it's very stressful when you say to people, what is your passion? I'm going to be working 50 or 60 years. I think it's more positive to say to someone, explore. You know, explore, find things that you like to do, find things that you like to do and you do well and actually that you can get paid for and hold on to for the long time. Because you may have so many different passions in your life. You know, what you're looking at in your 20s may vary in your 30s, your 40s, and 50s. So I suggest to people explore doing job changes, lateral moves, cross-functional teams, and special projects, and really find something that you like for at least a period of time.
And kind of walk us through 9 and 10 real quick.
So number 9 is, let me just take a quick peek here, finding your passion. Be a marketable employee. So to be a marketable employee, this is a two-way street. One is companies should think about making their employees marketable, and I'll tell you why. If an employee has a great experience in a company, they will come back to that company either rewarding them with business or partnerships in some way. And this is very popular actually with consulting firms and with technology firms. So I think firms are realizing I have to make my employees marketable. So if they do leave, they will still come back in a different way. Number 2 is I, as an employee, need to be more marketable. If I work in a company, I may be a star project manager or a great operations director. This is really important because you can then maneuver more moves around a firm or be highly desirable at the firm for upcoming high-visibility projects. So I think you need to understand how to market yourself, whether it's an operations director or a digital marketing person. Number 10 is all about networking. That firms will come and go, but people will stay, right? So employees network with each other, and they actually travel in packs. So you may be working at a firm, and a colleague of yours may have moved on. They will remember you, right, and having a positive interaction with you if you keep up your ties and your network. So remember that you may outlast your firm, so people are very important. In fact, 75 to 85% of jobs today are found through other people and key networks. So I think it's important that we always keep up those relationships. And today it's much easier because we have not only the face-to-face aspect, but we also have social technologies.
Thank you so much. You can definitely tell the culture of in the workforce is changing. A lot of great information there. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, have a great day.
Too.